I hopped on the bus from LAX for my dreams and my cardigan. Welcome to the land of innocence. I'm gonna fit in. See the Hollywood sign. Oh, fuck! It's Monday. It's Monday. 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 Good morning. What is going on? It's Monday. Fuck, I hate Mondays. I just loved Teresa. I need motivation right now. I don't care about your motivation. I need motivation. I'm glad I make you motivated. Anyway, hi Donna. Hi Lori. Lily, what kind of question is that? Does it matter if I was or if I wasn't? Would you like me better if I was a liberal, or would you hate me more? I don't know. Those questions you just don't ask. It's like, how old are you? How much do you weigh? You don't ask those questions. Didn't your mama ever teach you any lessons in life? You don't ask questions like that. Oh, it's Monday. Vogie, I feel like it. Let me tell you. So see, oh, I love that, Teresa. You know, I was just razzing you a little bit. I'm hurting today. I'm a little tough. Oh, Chacha's here. Fuck. Should I make her a moderator or what? Okay. Did I do it? Okay, I made you a managing two. I'm kidding. Good. Good girl. Yeah, I could be liberal and I could be conservative. I can be both. And that's the way to be today's society. But we ain't talking about that bullshit because people get all emotional and shit and then they want to start attacking. And I'm done being attacked. I'm done being attacked. You know, somebody, I'm going to tell y'all, somebody DM'd Josh. Somebody DM Josh. Yeah, DM Josh on Facebook. And basically said, Josh, your sister talks about how hard you are in Wesley and how much basically the kids are more of an obligation to her and she really doesn't love your kids. I mean, here's some goobly gop, you know? And I need to learn my lesson and I need to look in the mirror and reflect on myself and what I say about my family. Can you believe that? Went out of his way to find Josh on an app to spread that bullshit. And I don't love the nuggets. Really? Really? Are you kidding me? Lord have mercy. TikTok isn't going away, but it has been bought. Deanne did a so it's gonna stay, obviously, but it's just gonna be under new people, you know? So that crosses the line, yeah. So anybody who pays attention to me knows, for fuck's sake, that's a lie, right? So anyway, I didn't shower, so if any of you people on here saw you bought TikTok, damn, I didn't know you were so rich, child. Shit, I got a rich friend. Anyway, so I literally did my shit yesterday, showered Ed, got him shaved up, cleaned up, brushed his teeth, and then I said, you're done. I'm going. You want to go skiing at this point? Yeah, so if any of you know me, you know that is false. And I hate that people manipulate things to start trouble in my family. You showered for both of us? Okay. I haven't done that, but I didn't exercise yesterday. I haven't had a day off in forever, and I didn't exercise. So that takes a lot for me, just so you know. Anyway, I still can't get on Facebook, so I need to tell my friends on Facebook that they're gonna have to come on and find me somewhere else. Hi, Sean. How's it going? How you feeling? About a flash flood in Florida today? Oh, eek. I don't know. Hi, DK. How are you? Hi, Laura. Hey, everybody. Did everybody have a good weekend? One-legged skiing. We can try one-legged skiing. There's one-legged, what's the stuff? Ski boat? What's that shit? You know, Debbie does one-legged skiing. She does quad level skiing. She does tripod skiing. She does all the skiing you can imagine. So she'll teach you. And this is the shirt we all need to wear because we all like skiing. Yeah, there's water skiing. Facebook ain't worth my mental health. I know, but I got friends on Facebook. So I feel bad because I can't get on. So whatever, it's fine. Thank you for the gifts on TikTok. You guys are awesome. As far as that goes, I got a busy week this week. Kind of stressed because I really kind of want a day of nothing. Let's get before they bolt me back together. We should do that. So I was talking to my Zoomies this morning, and I had an epiphany this weekend. You know, it's when you have 24 hours, you know, and even though I was watching soccer, it was a different place, right? Because I'm not the mom, I'm just the aunt. So it was pretty cool. But, you know, I just think, and I'm reading messages, and I'm still seeing all the hate, you know, all the fucking hate that's out there. And I think to myself, God, it's so god awful, you know? And I'm gonna tell you something, you guys. And I knew it, but I was trying to fight through it. Reading all the hate. That guy texting, his name was like Wesley or Weston or something stupid on Facebook. And I was realizing that really affected me. You know, it really hits home when people bring in my family. That's just a no-no. And go out of their way to manipulate things that we have talked about. And it makes me feel ugly. It makes me feel like I can't open up to you guys and say names and do those things because people can't mind their own business. And that's a hard thing for me. No, they just ignore him. Dan said, I told Dan, and Dan said what he should have said is fuck off and don't contact me again. But I don't know. And it really bothered me, you know? Hi, Dash. Really bothered me. The manipulation and trying to cause trouble in someone's family. Trying to cause trouble in somebody's family. What? Why? What is the purpose? People want to get back at me for something. What do they want to get back at me for? Because the only reason I realized that people want to go, good morning, Brady. People want to go and cause trouble. They go to my kids. God knows if they've contacted anybody on the Behar side. But for them to do that is only one thing. They want to create drama because they don't like me. What is wrong with people? It wears on you. It's emotionally draining to have that constant vitriol coming at you from every way all the fucking time is draining. And I said that today. I cried, actually, this morning to my Zoomies because, you know, people are like, you know, you can say it doesn't bother you as much, you know, you can tell people that, but it does. It's emotionally draining. It's emotionally draining. I'm emotionally drained from the hate and the ugly, right? I'm emotionally drained from people trying to change who I am. And they are, Charisse, they're trying to take my energy. I'm emotionally drained for having to worry when I'm out in public because there are crazies out there. I'm emotionally drained, and it's affecting me. It affects me, right, after a while. It just builds up. People can say, right, that this stuff doesn't bother them, but it does. I mean, when it's always constant, it's hard to separate because I'm so involved with my people, you know? And it's just draining. It's draining, people. It's fucking draining. And it is the world we live in. But this is why I need to go more towards memberships, right? I need to go more towards memberships because I'm gonna start being a little bit more closed off, right? I'm gonna start not really expressing things that I would normally do to a greater audience because of the attacks and the anger, the miserable people that want to just take me away. It's just unhealthy, and it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's not just social media; it's everybody. But I'm gonna start being cautious. You know, I'm gonna start being cautious because I feel guilty because of my family. You know, then I'm like, okay, well, what am I doing? Like, this is not fair for them to be bombarded with shit, crazy people. So then I worry and I'm like, how do I change? You know, what do I do? How do I do it? I don't know. But I'm thinking membership is the way to go. More memberships and switching over. And there's going to be trolls there, but it'll eliminate a lot of the hidden trolls that are hiding out, looking and waiting and documenting or trying to remember the things that I say to try to create trouble in my family. I haven't figured out an exact way, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. And you can't afford it, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. But it's about me. It's about me and protecting myself. You either can do it or you can't. End of story. You know, I don't need to feel more guilty because people say they can't afford it. I can't change that. I'm sorry you can't afford it. So I will give you what I have, and then I will eventually switch over to memberships. I know, Sharice, I don't know. But I know you were. There was other comments. Coming through. So, you know, meaning that I will start lives publicly and then I will switch over to membership. So you'll get a little bit of me, but I just have to protect my mental state. Honestly, it's Reddit. If Reddit hasn't showed me that, the people contacting, you know, my family through Facebook and stuff, it's just showing me that fuck this shit, you know, fuck this shit. So I apologize, but I'm not gonna apologize. So I will start memberships on my TikTok main page when I get that back, which is today. I will start that on my main page on TikTok, so I could switch over in the morning times when I'm, you know, done with the shit. Anyway, I'll sell as many food stamps. I will make sure my whiskey drinking is down to a minimum so I can afford your membership. I'm trying not to be rum infused. Oh, it's rum and whiskey, never mind. Rum. I will buy the lesser bottle of rum so I can do that. Armel, you'll get me a little bit. You just won't get me for 2 hours. Yeah. Brad's gonna have to lay some more flooring to help me with my $4.99. Shit. Oh, you guys are too much. And TikTok, I'm probably gonna up it a little bit more. I'm sorry to weed out the shitty people. I know, it's myself, Becky, and what I'm gonna, still more Yetis. What I realize is it's affecting me a lot more than it really leads up to. My life is stressed. I must have a stressful, my life is not just social media, right? So combined with the ugliness in the world, you know what I mean? I know, you hear it because it's the truth, DK. We get bullied, we get harassed, we get threatened, our families get contacted, and at that point it's like, what are we doing? We have to do it because this is our family, this is our, you know, our income, so we have to do it. And people just make it so miserable. So carryover, yes, yours does. Val, you're in it right now. I have like over 200 members on YouTube. So that's not gonna change. It just means that we will start in the morning time, normal, and then I'll give you a little bit, and then maybe, depends on how the morning goes. We'll switch over within 30 minutes. So you'll get a little bit of me. For those of you who can't afford the membership or don't believe in that, that's fine, I get it. But you'll get a little bit of me. You just won't get all of me. But I have to start eliminating as much stress out of my life because my family life is more important. I also need money. So I'm going to fix it so that way I can still enjoy what I'm doing. And I can talk and use names, and I know majority of you who member.
Well, if you're going to do some kind of membership thing, you can always go on YouTube.
No, because I'm going to switch over on that too. Dan, if you listen, I'm going to do a live. I'm going to open up every morning, and then within 30 minutes, I'm going to click over to memberships. So they'll get a little bit of me. I didn't talk to Josh about it. Josh just sent it to Rocky and said, look at this. But they try not to, they know, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable that I just don't know why people do that. And I don't want to put my family through that. It's not fair to my family. You quit drinking for 2 months in order to, you're forced here. You did? See, stop it. That makes me feel bad. That makes me feel bad. I would never quit drinking to afford a membership. Please don't tell me that was the truth. Please don't. Sean, I know you can sell that minivan. You did see? Oh my God, now I feel bad. I would never give up alcohol for a membership. I thank you. Shit. That's how much I needed you. You needed me. That is a true friend. Fuck balls. Not all of them, Kay. It really weeds out a lot of the trolls. It does. You might get scragglers that come in, but holla. Cisco's here. No. Oh, goddamn. If anything, Debbie will need to cut down on the skiing. Fuck that shit. Anyway, so I apologize, but I didn't realize how much it was really. Yeah, that's my new hypoallergenic detergent. Put it in there. It goes in the thing. I would sell my shit to my kids. You don't drink, but I know you would sell your kids before the vape. That's for sure. I would sell Dan. If somebody said, you can't buy any more wine, Dan goes on the black market. He goes on, I'm putting Dan on the black market. I hope I didn't destroy his credibility while blasting his ass. It's all for show, people. We just kid around here. He is clean. He is wonderful. He gives me foot massages every night. His pheromones after a walk, man, I just got a tingle even talking about the pheromones. Fuck. Damn. Shit. God, that turned me on. Anyway, he's a sweet guy. He's caring. He picks me flowers every day. Yeah. I don't mow the pasture. I lie. It's really Dan. I'm a princess in my own house. I don't lift a finger. I don't grocery shop. I don't pay the bills. Dan does. I don't even take care of the taxes. He's a good find. He's a good sell. I gotta really look that up because I've damaged his credibility on here. If I can't afford wine, I gotta get some money somehow. Shit balls. He's a great guy. He never yells. He doesn't ever raise his voice. I'm the only angry one in the house. I'm the one who kicks and screams and does everything. in case, you know, I don't know, I just want my way. I'm like Veruca in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I need to have everything my way or I go crazy. Does Dan work? No. I do, Juliana. I'm lying right now. I do all the shit. To be clear, I'm not longer sober. We know, see. So C's no longer sober. She found other ways to fit me in. You're in law school? So is my daughter. And this is her last year. She did the 4-year program. So, anyway, Dan was an attorney. He's been semi-retired for 10 years. Don't ask about it. He had a miserable career. He was good for a while, and then he partnered with somebody who cost us a lot of money, and then he had a heart attack, and then he was like, fuck this shit. I ain't doing law anymore. But hey, my daughter's excited. As far as me working, I worked up until Andrew, and I'm a child development major, graduated from Sac State with a 3.4 child development. I was going to go into teaching. I went through most of my credential program, couldn't pass the MSAT. Not MSAT, what was this stupid fucking shit? Me and my friend kept failing it, and I always failed it by 1 point. Damn that 1 point. Anyway, I said, fuck this shit. I got a job, actually. In the interim, I would have kept taking it but anyway, got a job as a director of a daycare center. And so I took that. I just took it because it was the easy way out. And I was a daycare. I worked for KinderCare for over 10 years, and then quit with Andrew. And I couldn't, there was no way I could do anything else. So between my husband working, he used to work a lot back then, and my traveling with the kids and me raising 3 kids, I couldn't do it anymore. And my work today is harder than I've ever worked a day in my life as a director. Yeah. So yes, Dan was very successful for many years, and we're living off of that success. Last 10 years, not so much. But you know, when you're self-employed, you know, you have to have your little investments to get you through in those months, and luckily we have that, and we wouldn't have had that without the first 10 plus good years, you know. He was very lucky, Juliana, as an attorney starting off, so we were very fortunate for that. And I worked all the way through. He didn't work through law school. I worked all the way through full load. I took 17 to 18 units a semester, worked full time to help get us through college. So it was a tricky time, but you know, less stress in that time. I would go back. Now you have kids, you have houses, you have payments, you have bills, you have debt, you have all the bullshit that comes with life. Be smart, girl. Please be smart. I did wear the double glasses, Suzanne, and don't think that I didn't think of you. So I was at the soccer game, and all those videos and pictures for Patreon and all that stuff I was working on at the field. Well, I can't see without my glasses, and I had a headache from the night before, and so I put on, yes, I had 2 sets of glasses on, my glasses and then my sunglasses, and I got shit from everybody because, you know, I'm friends with the family. I've been around them, all the soccer families other than the new ones, you know, I've been friends with for the last couple of years, so I got shit for it, trust me. I said, I'm working, leave me alone. So I doubled it up, which makes me think it's time. Danielle really needs prescription sunglasses to keep the mattress pad on. You did find a way? Oh my gosh, tell me. I thought it was a smart idea. I know, wasn't it? I learned that from Suzanne when she went to the gas station in her Powerpuff pants and her readers on. And I don't like the transitions. I've had them. I don't like them. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be judgy for a minute. Yeah, Joni, I'm going to be judgy. I hate those those transition lenses, because half the time, like, you're inside, they're still dark forever. You know what I mean? No, it's horrible. With my hubby till he died, so I'm living like you. Yes. And that's the thing, you know, there was a time where you made money and now you don't. So, whatever. It is what it is. It's funny because people are like, oh, your husband's an attorney. You know what I mean? Well, yes, but no, in theory. We do social media full time. Yeah, and I hate the transition lenses because it's like my mom used to have them, and I used to be like, Mom, tell your sunglasses to turn off. You've been inside for like an hour. You've been inside for like an hour. I used to give my mom shit for them, so I don't do well with those. I'm still judgy about those. Sorry. They have clip-on ones. My friend, Cha-Cha, I won't mention any names. Cha-Cha, she has clip-ons. Yep, won't get new glasses because she has the clip-ons to fit these glasses. And she needs new glasses just like me. So Chachki, all you have to do is keep the same frames and that'll work. It drives me nuts. They're like mood rings. It drives me nuts. They're very quick. Yeah, I don't like them. I won't do it. I won't do it. I had them one time. I thought, okay, maybe we're onto something. No. I have to mess with two pairs of, I know, Kimberly, and it is smart to do that for the people who can handle it. I don't like them. So I will make sure that I get two separate pairs. So let me go pee-pee. I had a full glass of coffee. My stomach has been really off. So I'm worried. It's a little weird, like bloaty feeling. Hormones, baby. I got pain. Okay. I was worried for a minute. I forgot to turn down, almost forgot to pull down my underpants. Because they're those nice ones, you know. Didn't Ed pay your rent? No, Ed did not pay my rent. Where did you hear that, JJ? Where did you hear that Ed paid my rent? I love that people have these stories. Ed paid our rent. No, Ed did not pay our rent. Dan had a trust fund from his aunt. Yeah, no, you didn't hear that from me because I didn't say that. So again, stop telling stories when you don't have the complete facts. Dan had a trust fund. Actually, the kids had a trust fund from his aunt. And his brother Dave used most of it for medical school. So, no, Dan got whatever was left, which was 3 years of rent. Yeah, from the trust that his aunt set up. Not Ed. No, not Ed. Ed wouldn't have done that. So I did not say that. JJ was trying to prove me wrong, you know, with my facts. Isn't it funny? My facts aren't really their facts at all. So no, for my apartment, our apartment that we had. So the trust had a little bit of money. I think it paid for the 3 years of our rent, $425. That's how much we paid for a new apartment here. $425, JJ. $425. Yeah. I do have a Patreon, Kimberly. I've been posting like a fiend this weekend on it. I'm trying to do more blogging on my Patreon, just so you know. So, meaning I'm going to take a lot of pictures. Linktree, yes, there's a Linktree. It's in my Patreon. I mean, fuck. My Patreon is in my Linktree, which will take you right there. And so I blogged a lot. Any of you have Patreon, you'll see that I've been just taking a lot of pictures. Like I took a lot of pictures yesterday in Tahoe. I did a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna do my best to do more bloggy pictures and what's going on throughout the day. So that's when, and occasional there'll be videos and stuff like that. I think I posted a video yesterday too. So in my link tree, if you go to my link tree, hi Melly. If you go to my link tree and my YouTube, or TikTok, you see the little link that says link tree. It'll show everything. Anyway, happy Monday. Shit. The only thing I have going on today is just PT. So I'll get my PT done. Oh, thanks, Kim. It's like TikTok? Epic? And then I gotta get garbage. It's garbage day. It's lawn day, so I gotta get everything out. I cleaned up a little bit when I got home. But how do I get to the link tree? Cheryl, link tree is where you see my main page with all the videos. I believe the link is underneath my portrait somewhere. Am I wrong, Nate? Can you help me on that? Hi, Amy. How are you? Happy fucking Monday. So anyway. Okay. Oh, yay! Yay, Coco, congratulations. It's been a long time. What was it, a week or over a week? I'm sorry, I apologize. I try to be as rememberful as I can. You also, you have to excuse me, because for my people, I like to be fully invested, and I do mix things up sometimes. I don't think we have a Discord. Her name, okay. Yeah, Langtree or something. One-on-one, save a lot of raging time. I know. It's funny because people get things manipulated, you know? People remember certain things. And when they replay my facts back to me, it's like, no, not exactly. Just turned 16 today. He went indoor skydiving. Oh, shit. And that's the thing. It's like this rent thing. Who cares? Even if Ed paid for my rent, why would it matter? You know? Like, what's the point of bringing that up? I don't understand, you know? I don't understand. 6 days. I know, I'm busy, but that's just who I am. I did that with my business too. When I'm working, I was fully invested in the parents and their families. And so I try to put my all in it, especially my members and the people who are here every day. I try to remember, but this old brain, there's so much stuff in my head. And the medications really, and the hormones are making me loony. Do a U-turn. You don't debate over Crystal. You do a U-turn and get some. Damn straight. My business, I worked at a daycare center, yeah, for 10 years. It slowed down. Oh God, I'm waiting for my yard to slow. Bogey, it's starting to slow a little bit, you know, but not yet, fully. And when the yard slows down, I have so much more time. How was my weekend? Carla, I spent it with my obligation, Delaney and Rocky. They're such obligations to me that I cut my time out of my weekend and went with them. You are? Oh, Jeannie, it'll be fun. You'll be fine. I promise you. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah. Afterwards, it's a little bit more painful when the lidocaine wears off, and then they get really itchy. So don't itch. Don't itch. 30 plus years ago would make you super rich today. Yeah. And JJ's like, well, wasn't it $475? Yes. Eventually, after the first year, 2 years, 3 years, it goes up $25 or whatever it did. So at the end, I think it was $475. But when you only have one person working, thank you, Dave, for not using up all the money. You know what I mean? Because it would have been really hard for me on $475 or $425 or whatever the hell I was making at the time to pay rent plus groceries, you know? So when my mom and Ed would come up and visit, or when we would go down, you know, we'd go shopping in the pantry, right? And grab food and shit like that. We'd do laundry. We also had to pay for laundry, you know? The laundromat downstairs. It was so cute, Amy. You know, we're watching him right now because we're thinking he's showing signs of another UTI. So we're kind of like, you know, making some phone calls is what we're doing. So, you know, he was a little bit off yesterday. When I got home, he was very confused, you know, talking, just mumbling a lot, talking to people who weren't there. So, odds are something's going on. So the urine always doesn't dictate, right? And then sometimes the urine dictates something, but he's acting fine. Like the last time, you know, the urine dictated something, but he was acting fine. So it was like, okay, well, maybe, you know, it's nothing. And so we just watch him until he starts showing signs, more signs, you know. So it just, this one made me worried because, you know, he's never gotten one so quick back to back. So I was telling Dan this morning, I said, if it is, which most likely it is, it's weird because it just, maybe the other one never fully went away. So with the UTI, you can't just, I have tons of antibiotics, but you never know what type it is. And so they always switch it, you know, so I have all the stuff. But you have to take out the catheter because if he's infected, the catheter needs to be changed. The joys. So either today or tomorrow, Dan's going to be in the ER, my guess. That's my guess. Not always. And you wait a couple days, you know, just to kind of, well, he's fine, you know, and then, because nobody wants to go sit in the ER for 6 hours, right? Does he see the people? I don't know, Miami. I don't know. Amy, they're not fun. I mean, that's the thing with Ed, he's such a fucking tank. You know, like I said, the last UTI he had a couple weeks ago, we were like, his behavior is not indicative of any UTI, you know, but his urine. And then when it got really cloudy, we're like, all right, time to go. So, you know, we just kind of wait, maybe it's a fluke, you know, you don't rush immediately, you just kind of see how it goes. Because sometimes it's nothing, you know. So that's the thing with him. He is such a tank. He's unbelievable. So yeah, yesterday he was biting me. Man, he was stubborn. He did not want to take a shower. And he was holding on. He wouldn't let me. I had already taken his pants off. And he was pissed off. He was sitting on the shower chair. And I was trying to take off his shirt. And he's like, I'm not taking a shower, you know. And he's holding on to the seat for dear life. I'm trying to rip it off of him. He's fighting me. Dan's like, you know, Dad, you got to take a shower. I'm not taking a shower. I said, Ed, you put your hands up. We're taking a shower now, you know. So he finally succumbed and he was fine and he felt great after the shower. Totally calmed him down. And got him all cleaned up, got him shaved. And then he was all angry at me. Be careful. Don't cut me. I was like, God damn. You keep yelling at me like that when I have the razor and scare the shit out of me. I might cut you. He like came out of nowhere. And I was like shaving under his neck. And, you know, he's got the waddle. And so, you know, and he scared the shit out of me. I was like this, you know, and then he yelled at me to be careful. Be careful. Well, don't yell at me when I have a razor to your neck. Just be careful. Well, then you be careful and don't yell at me. Oh, shit, he scared the shit out of me. I thought we were all calm and relaxed, but he still had a little feistiness in him. And then he was worried about me. Because then I get in the shower, you know, to get the other side. And, you know, and he's like, be careful. You're going to fall. And I'm fine. Damn. You know what I mean? He was feisty. So, you know, the joys. And I'm tired, right? I'm just trying to get through this day so I can get my fat ass in bed, you know? So I was just like, let me do this. And Dan was outside for years. So I brushed his teeth. Ed's teeth, I was like, all right, I just used the bowl. He wasn't strong enough at that time, so we take a bowl and we take a cup, and, you know, we have him swish and brush, and it's great. It works out fine. And Dan comes in, and I'm falling asleep, you know, and he comes in, he goes and gets the stuff. I didn't realize. I'm like, already done. You can put him to bed. I'm not doing any more. Because you got to remember too, when he's sitting in there watching, it's not relaxing, because he's eaten about 5,000 popsicles, and he always thinks that He always thinks that his hands are sticky. So for like after an hour, if I need to wash my hands, I just ignore him after that because it's a repeat. Well, I do what to my children, Sylvie? What? Well, I thought was confusion, but it makes sense to me now. Shit, Robert. Damn, you're late. 40 minutes. Bro, you need to learn to be more on time. So yeah, oh goodness, I had a day like that with my dad on Saturday. I don't know, because I was grumpy anyway, so I wasn't my best self at that moment. Suzanne with, de-escalating him. Normally I can do, but I was like, Ed, take off your shirt. Lift up your arms, just because I was tired, I was cranky. My energy level was down. Will they take care of me? I don't know. I don't want them to. Honestly, I don't want them to, Sylvie. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of stress. And I mean, I spend a lot of time, and I don't want to get emotional, and I don't want to make this too much of a down day, because I don't want. No, I don't want them to. No. You had a damn moment. Yeah, so I did have a damn moment. Life has gotten more complicating, right? Life gets more complicating when you have to caregive. There's no easy way to say it, right? And it's a pain in the ass. It takes away a lot of freedom. If my kids want to do it, and they can afford to do it, or I have the money to do it, and they can provide help in the house, fine. But no, I would never want them to do what I'm doing. Because it's additional, it takes away a lot of your life, and it ages you, and it frustrates you, and it's at a time in your life, like for me, I could be enjoying it a lot more, right? And it's just the facts. I mean, my facts anyway, the freedom. So no, I don't want them doing it to me unless they can afford to put me on their property. Even if they have like a big house, they can have an in-laws quarter and keep me in there and just visit me. Honestly, I work, just give me in a good home. I don't want it for them. I really don't. And nor do I expect it of them. Hi, CJ. I appreciate that. And I think it's the facts, I mean, a lot of people don't want to say the truth. And I say it, and I get in trouble for it, and I get threatened by it, and I get tormented by it. But I speak my truth. It's mine. And I'm allowed to do that. My mill did her the night. I know, it's taken a toll on me. My body, my everything. My mind, my energy, and, going along with aging, and hormonal, and it's not easy. And coupled with your life and your worries with your kids and all that stuff, like I never have any moment in my house that I'm fully relaxed. I never have a moment in my house where I'm fully relaxed because of it. You can't fully relax. The closest I get is when I have a couple glasses of wine. The closest I get to some state of relaxation. If you have been around a long time, you know me, right? I'm high energy for the most part. I'm like, somebody's like, oh, Captain's here, she's running a tight ship. Yes, I have to, because that's how I get things done. You don't like me, that's fine, but it works in my house, and that's my dynamic. And people say all the time, well, your dynamic doesn't work. How do you know my dynamic doesn't work? This is what you should do. What the fuck are you telling me how I should do things in my house without knowing my family dynamic, the history between Ed and I, my personality? Y'all don't want to accept my personality. It is what it fucking is. Even Dan last night came in and he was like, whoa. And I was like, don't whoa me. Do not whoa me. I'm handling something. You're not here. I'm doing it. I'm frustrated. He's frustrated. It's not a good moment. And you do the same fucking thing. So don't fucking correct me. Period. But everybody wants to always attack the person in the moment. And I think that's bullshit because everybody else does the same fucking thing. And when you call them out on it, man, they don't like it. But yet, I'm the problem. And it's the same with the fucking trolls. You guys, I'm doing my job. I got it done. His shower was done, and he was in a different frame of mind, and so was I. Because in a moment when you're struggling and you're tired, you're not perfect all the time. And I'm okay with that. Because in the end, I still won, and he got a shower, and he was happy. Period. My truth. I don't give a fuck if it doesn't fit in your box of how you think I should be. This is my truth, my way, my house, my personality, my life. Period. My son, nonverbal, yet people call me crazy. And it's funny. People call me the warden too, and I'm okay with that. Because you know what? My house is organized when I'm home. Everybody has a place, everybody has a purpose, and everybody knows what to be done. And when I'm not home, it's chaos. It works, they get it done, but not like I do it. Not like I do it. Things weren't in their right place, right? I mean, it wasn't bad, but, it wasn't up to my standard, and that's okay. It was better than expected. But things are a little disorganized because the captain is not home, making sure everybody knows their place. And I'm okay with that. I've always been like that. Even with my kids. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, and he's happy. And I hate that. I hate being corrected in an instant. I knew it was going to be better. I just needed my moment. Now I started walking and not losing. What to do? You hope don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. You got to remember, if you haven't been walking, you're going to build up some muscle. You're going to plateau, and that's okay. So stay focused. Don't lose your drive. Naive is no excuse for being mean. Beverly, I don't know what that means. That might make sense to your brain, but to mine it doesn't make sense. So if you don't want to get yelled at, you can elaborate. If they sat at our place for supper, they would go out to eat. If they put our shoes on, they wouldn't walk. Yes. And, CJ, that's what people have to realize. Most people, the people who do this, really do this job, the people who really do this job, never critique anybody else because they have an understanding that families are different and each person's way is different, right? The true people, the people who just come in and say this, they didn't fucking do it shit. They probably helped once in there. Because the true people who do it day in, day out, 24/7 for years, never bitch at the people who are expressing their opinions or their feelings about it on live social media. So Hope, Cha-Cha said that plateau is really rough. And she plateaued too. So that's what I said, keep your head up. I had told her the same thing. With an Edith instead of an Ed. Jesus fucking Christ.
Coco.
I don't know who Edith is. Why do people make you explain yourself? I don't know, because they want to question everything I do. Hi, Beachy. Sorry, I forgot to say hi. Thanks, CJ. I appreciate it. And, I wanted to tell you this. Delaney's coach, I've noticed they bring their mom, and I didn't know whose mom it was. That guy came and noticed that. People know me, we chatted. And so, and anyway, I figured out after talking to her, it's her mom, right? She has a mom, and she has dementia. And so, they have 3 daughters in soccer. 2 of them are twins that are older, and then they have their youngest daughter. And I told them, yeah. And so anyway, an in-law suite. And that's what we had planned to do too, Vogie. But then we got hit with that full lawsuit. And we had to pay for it because his partner didn't have a pot to piss in. So that was our money for our in-law suite. Yeah, we don't have that. So. Anyway, I learned it was her mom, and her mom, they have to bring her mom, she's the only child, right? And, they bring her mom everywhere, right? Because she's like, if I didn't bring her, I couldn't go. But she was frustrated, right? She was frustrated with her. And I noticed it, and I said, girl, I understand. I understand. So just deep breaths. And so I explained what I was doing to her. And So it was great. You know, I said, girl, you need to follow me because I help a lot of people who caregivers in general, right? He's talking and I can't hear. I can't focus. He let the dog out. So anyway, yes. So his partner got sued, like 10 years ago. And, you know, it was an ongoing lawsuit. It was something so stupid that was such a small, and he told anyway, long story short, that the judgment after years came through and half of the penalties were, you know, half the money was penalties. And we had to pay the whole suit because we had houses, we had money, we had all this stuff, and he didn't have anything. So anyway, I can't focus while he's here talking to somebody. Yes, and so sometimes you have those moments of frustration, right? I come home, right, and I'm immediately, and I was on a member live. I was on a member live when I came home, so they saw how I came home, and it was immediately. There's no smooth transition when you come home from any sort of, you know, activity, especially overnight, right? And you get thrown into the chaos, and he was having a bad day, and Dan's not sleeping, and so he's grumpy, and the house is okay, but it smells like poop, and I got to figure out where so it's like you're thrown in, and then Ed wouldn't eat because he wanted Josh to eat, and it was just nonstop, and I was like, okay, guys, I got to go. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. So I gotta just, the frustration just built, right? It was just boom, right in my face, sucker punch to the face. And then Dan's like, I'm going. So the minute I come in, Dan's like hightailing it out to go do something, you know? And yeah. So anyway, it was just chaos. And then, so I'm not in the best mood. I'm tired, I'm frustrated, and now I have to get shit done. Dan, get the dog. She's just right over there. She's out there. I mean, you forgot. I just... We'll start calling for Baxter and run in the back and open the back. I mean, this is just fucking ridiculous. This is what I mean. I'm the fucking captain of the fucking shit. I have to like instruct, like people become special needs when I'm home. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden I'm home and nobody can do anything. Right? Like he literally, like it blows my mind. Well, what am I gonna, the dog, well, where is she? Well, she fucking ran out because you fucking weren't paying attention when you fucking walked out the door. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get home and now nobody can do anything. The garage was left open last night. You know, I literally crashed, right? Garage was left open last night. I was like, dude, go lock the door. I was in bed. I was like, you can put your dad to bed. I'm done. The dog, the car needs to be locked. And shut the house, you know? And he's like pointing to the keys. I'm in bed. I'm like, you do it. I didn't drive that car. The car I drove is locked up and put away. Woke up this morning. Everything's open. Everything's open. Everything's open. Nothing was locked. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can't. I can't. They don't bend over to look. No. If Dan does too, he opens the door. Well, where's the butter? Okay, do we have any butter? It's right in fucking front of your fucking face. And then he gets mad at me. This morning, this morning, I need a new cup for my dad. Do you have any idea which one I can use? What? Huh? Open the cabinet. I'm sure there's one right there. He opens the cabinet. He's like, well, which one? Which one? There's one right there with the straw sticking out of it. It's black. Oh, this one? Yeah. I ain't smelling pheromones right now, Kiki. I'm pissed. Shit. I mean, what is wrong with people? And people are mad at me for being a warden? Y'all, no. You have to be in this house. I'm dealing with an extremely... Did he even get the dog in? I don't even know if the dog's in. He's just on a walk. Let me see. Dan, the patient man on earth? If you think Dan is the most patient man on earth, you seriously have issues. And that's why I'm the way I am. Do I get a Coco's back? Nothing. I have to walk behind these people to make sure that I know Lisa. He got muted, good. But he needs to know the truth. Like, why do the dogs run away? Because they're obviously not trained, Pia. For fuck's sake, why do dogs run off their leash? I don't know. Because they want to? Shit. I mean, what kind of question is that? The cat was running out the door and she chased the fucking cat. Isn't that an obvious question? But the person leaving needs to be responsible and knowing that happens, that the dog is gonna run out the fucking door. It's not news. She's been doing it for 4 fucking years. Yeah. Most trained dogs won't run out the door. Shit. Did you have to get, no, Dan got her. And she's easy to get in. If the two of them get out together, it's trouble, but she's easy to get in. So anyway, that's my life. Yes, I am the gatekeeper. I'm the warden. I'm the captain of the ship, and I have to be because I live with a whole bunch of clueless people. Anyway, how many cats are in the house? Jojo's in and out. The 2 new cats are in and out, Sweet Pea and Ozzy. Bart. And fucking Blue Kitty. I love German Shepherds, Bogey. I love German Shepherds. I probably would get another German. I love Labs too. So I'm stuck between Labs and Germans. She's the sweetest dog. She was like a devil when she was little, but she's sweet. Yeah. Oh, your Yorkie was trained and she escaped too. Yeah. Sylvie, I do everything. Yeah. I've always done everything. They're a lot. Oh my God. My labs have never been a lot. Oh God. Hey, do you know how holy water is made? You boil the hell out of it. Cha-cha, that was funny. That's funny. Oh no, I didn't say Donnie. Shit. The 818, your baseboards. That was funny. That was funny. I'll give you that. Cha-cha, you didn't laugh at that? That sounded like something you would laugh at. So my golden lab was the best lab ever. She lived for 16 years and she was great. Angela, I love that you get in better moods. I do too. Even when I attack the ugly, it still gives me like a little pep in my step, It makes me feel better. You know why? Because I'm releasing stress. It was hilarious. That was stupid, but hilarious. Hi, Jet. How are you doing? Shasha got triggered by holy. Yeah, so she's like, as soon as I saw holy, I got triggered. I had to delete it. But wasn't it funny when you got past the trigger? So I do. I always get on here too. This morning, I didn't think I was gonna make it, because I was in my feels and I was just reflecting and talking to my Zoomies and I got emotional. And it was just a really hard weekend. It was fun, but it was hard. If that makes sense, I don't know. And so, Jess, that's not funny. I don't find that one funny. I don't like that one. The other one was a little bit more tame. That's more racist. Yeah, I don't like that. Grace, we should be doing a live tonight. Now I'm gonna tell you the reasons why we probably wouldn't do a live. Thanks, Rita. I just didn't like that. You know what I mean? I just didn't like that. I think that was just rude. The holy water thing was funny. So yes, the only thing that would stop us is if Dan's too tired. I'll try to get I'll try to get up for it. I just, here's what I do. And this is just the way Danielle works, right? Is that when she figures things out and realizes and takes ownership of the things, right, that has been troubling her, it takes her a minute, to ponder and get through these things. And so I'm in that phase right now, right? It's called ownership, and it's called evolving. And, you try to convince yourself so much that things don't bother you, right? You try, and a lot of people do it on social media, right? But then they address the ugly because it obviously does bother you. When you address you bothers. But I'm very open about how me attacking is my boundary, number one. Number two, it's a way I de-stress, right? It's a way I de-stress. And from the stress of the hate. So I do it for that reason. And I believe that people should not spew ugly and opinions, as they want to call it. It's not opinions, it's hate. So I try to explain that to people and have it a teaching moment. But so having this happen to Josh really bothers me. It really bothered me because, when it hits so close to home, and, people might say, oh, don't say that because then you're giving the trolls what they want. I don't fucking care. I'm going to talk about the things that are affecting me. Whether or not it's a win for them, then they won. What are they winning? What are they winning? What do they get out of making people upset? You know what I mean? Hi, Freckle Face. And if that's a win in their book, that I'm admitting that, it sucks and it's hard to do this job. Thank you, process is the word. I can't. This medication is making me just forgetful. Hi, Janet. It's the truth, and it's called ownership, and it's called evolution, and admitting, things, and that's what open-minded people do. I got taken down because I was calling people closed-minded the other day on TikTok. Wow. Okay. So because I'm speaking my truth and my opinions, as you so call it, you're allowed to give me your opinions. But the minute I speak back and fight back for myself, you guys go run and report me, right? Wow, very novel of you, right? Sounds just like a great person. And that's the thing, us creators are having to fight against the hate, the threats, the bullying, the harassment, contacting family members. It's not okay, And them contacting Josh was just above and beyond. And it was just really upset me. And it upset me into thinking, you know what? I don't want to talk about people. I don't want to talk about my family anymore. Because, and then the other side is that, well, that's not okay, because people love you, right? People, want to, they told Josh that his kids are an obligation. I really don't love his kids, basically. And I always talk about how hard Josh is on Wesley. I need to learn a lesson, and the truth needs to be told and prevailed because I'm a horrible person. Yeah. And I know, Nikki, it's not. And that's where I have to set my boundaries. I'm going to go back to memberships in the morning time. I did this a long time ago. So I'm going to give you guys, the people who can't afford memberships or don't believe in paying for them, I understand. It's fine. I have to protect myself. I will pop on in the morning time. You will get a little bit of me. And then at a certain time, I'm going to switch over to member lives. Because it protects me. It protects my family. And this shit with me has gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. I mean, everything. From broken up friendships with other creators, from, just people wanting to take me down on TikTok, from people threatening and creating hate groups on Reddit to, contacting my family. It's fucking psycho. And I do, Elena, I matter too. And, and I'm not going to feel guilty for the people who say I can't afford it. And it makes me sad because some of you are my normal people. But I'll give you a little bit of me. But you're not going to get all of me anymore in the morning times. You're just not. I can't do it. It is breaking me. When they get my family involved, that's what breaks me. You can attack me all you fucking want. But the minute you start attacking my family, reaching out to my family, and doing all of that shit, I have to fix something to protect me and my family. My family. Then it makes me feel guilty for bringing up and letting you know about my family and my life with them. because I'm using their names and people are now making their efforts to reach out. That is not okay. I don't care how much you don't like me. You don't own that right to contact one of my family members because you happen to hear conversations, listen in from the outside because you have hate for me, and then try to create ruckus in my family. How dare you? Oh no, freckle face, I know. I get it. It's not okay. And why they think it's okay, because they have so much hate in me that they would find my brother to say that and to use his kids against me. You're trying to take me away from his kids? Do you think your one message is going to change his mind about his sister and the sacrifices she makes to see his kids every fucking weekend? Wow. Mind fucking blown. And because I told the story about soccer and made it relevant because I was the same person, and because we all tend to get competitive, and I love it because I can teach him, because what is wrong with that? What is wrong with sharing those stories when they're front and center? Nothing is wrong with them, because there was obviously a reason why I shared something like that. There's obviously a reason I shared something like that, because it went along with something we were talking about. But yet people take that, and it was a conversation from years ago, months ago. I don't even know how long ago it was. But you take that and manipulate it and turn it around on me. For what purpose? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Everybody who has half a brain, Chrissy, knows how much I love those kids. Everybody knows that. You don't have to have full brain cell capacity to know that. You don't have to have a college degree to know that. Kelly H., no, you are wrong. And you people who say that are ugly. You know why? Because you put your life on here. It doesn't give you the right to validate your ugly and your hatred. Stop saying stuff like that. Good grief, be prepared if you're putting your life on here. Wrong. Wrong answer. People who like to follow people should like them and not bully and hate them. Good grief, out the fucking window. Don't validate you're ugly. Because I choose to put my life out here. I have a following of people who enjoy to hear it. Fuck the people who don't. Move on. It doesn't mean you have to come on and give your opinions. Don't give your opinions. Just find somebody you like. Stop validating it and stop the bullying on social media, especially with that comment. I hate that comment. Talk about trigger. And me being a social media content creator, right? Putting my life out here, I've done it. I've gained a following because of that. People have been introduced to Ed. Ed created this for us. People fell in love with us too. Now I'm being punished because people don't like me? Fuck that shit. That's not the logical explanation. We need to change that. The world needs to change that, but we're not, because the world is ugly. Thanks, Kathy. I hate that. I hate that. Well, be prepared. Fuck that. I don't have to be prepared. When I don't like somebody, you think I'm going to leave an ugly comment if somebody says something on social media I don't agree with? No, I'm going to move the fuck on and find somebody that makes me smile. I would never, ever, ever, even in my haste and ugly, right? I would never go on people's accounts to find them and to troll them and to get rid of. Why? What's the purpose? What would be the purpose of doing that? Why would I want to make somebody feel bad? Why would I want to attack somebody? I don't understand that mentality. I just don't. I don't understand that mentality of people. Period. And it doesn't give people the right. If people want to share their life, that's their prerogative, but it doesn't mean you can go and give your opinions. Hi, Spitty. Morning, Mesh. How you feeling? I gotta get some water.
So, no, ignoring doesn't work. And that's not my nature. I'm not going to ignore it. Because here's the thing. This is why I don't want to ignore it. Because I'm trying to stand up for myself and for the people who aren't as strong as me, to try to pinpoint to those ugly people that you are the worst person on the planet. If you can't shut the fuck up and find somebody else you like, you need to move on. I don't give a shit that people attack me, but I'm sure as hell gonna put my foot down. Why the hell are you coming on my page to tell me I'm a horrible person? What purpose is that? What purpose does it serve for me or for anybody else? Like, there's no purpose for that. But people feel like it's okay to do that, and it's not okay. Move on. You don't have to tell somebody how much you hate them or how much you don't agree with them. Move the fuck on. Find somebody that you appreciate. Period. That's it. People just want to, like, I don't know what they, oh, it's just my opinion. Oh, if people don't agree with you, you just block them. No, I block you for being ugly. I block you for being disrespectful. I block you for lying to yourself. Hi, Judy. You're not coming on here. Why should I accept your attacks? Why should I sit here and allow you to attack me without saying a damn thing? What is wrong with society that makes you think that I shouldn't respond to somebody who's being ugly to me? Period. I've always said, like me, love me, or don't. But stop having expectations in me that I can't fulfill for you. Also, you're obviously watching if you hate me for whatever reason and getting pissed off. Move away. Move away. Move away and find somebody that makes you happy. Being mean to people doesn't make you happy. You might think you're happy, but really it's not fulfilling anything for you. Anyway, Kyler, if you're talking about how it's acceptable, I'm not even bothering to read it because it's not acceptable. There is nothing about attacking somebody or giving an opinion that's unwanted that is acceptable to me. Period. Anyway. Thanks, Tasha. And that's the thing. That's what respect is. Tasha said, we might not agree on everything, but I love watching you. I would never attack you. That's called respect, right? There are many people on here that we don't have to agree on everything, but there's a level of respect that you have for the people you don't agree with everything, right? You maybe tune out, depending on my mood sometimes. If I'm listening, like even with my Zoomies, right? And this is honest, right? If it's something that's irritating me at the moment, or something, instead of lashing out or attacking somebody, I just leave. I'm human, right? I get annoyed. Cheryl wants to hear the card. I get annoyed. Hold on, give me 1 second. I get annoyed with them. We get annoyed with each other. We've been in each other's lives forever. But I would never, or if they talk about something I didn't agree with, depending on my mood, sometimes I'll fight back. And sometimes I just walk away because it's not worth it. It's not worth getting heated and attacking somebody because you don't agree with them. And if I'm not in a playful mood and I know, like today, I probably wouldn't because I would attack because that's how I feel, I wouldn't do it. I just move on because I know I could say something that could be hurtful and I would never want to do that to somebody. Period. You constantly, oh, here's JJ again. JJ with Ed giving me rental money. You constantly attack people if they don't agree with you. No, JJ, did you listen to what I said? I attack the people who attack me. Don't call it opinions or agreeing. I don't have to appreciate you, right? I don't have to agree with you, but you can be respectful if it's meant to be respectful. There's a lot of people on here who I know touches boundaries with them when I say things, and they're still respectful to me because they know we're different. That's the problem with people today, is that they're using it as, no, you just don't agree when people don't have the opinions as you. Wrong. I don't agree with the fucking people who attack me. But yet they say it's opinions or I just don't agree with them. No, I don't agree with the way you treat me. Bottom line, you're gone. If you don't treat me right and you've said nothing but attack me through your stupid comments, well, you said that. No, I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth once again. And I don't attack people. The only time I attack people is when they are ugly to me. End of story. Okay, Cheryl, sorry. Don't like my oh, this is the perfect one. Ha! Cheryl. Don't like my attitude, then stop testing my fucking limits. Bam! Where's JJ for that one? I know you are. Fuck you. Don't like my attitude, then stop testing my fucking limits. And that's what people do. You get blocked when you keep testing my limits, period, and when you're disrespectful. I think Adam Lambert is sexy as fuck. He's mad at me. Did he attack you? Oh my God, Sandra. Sandra says, you did nothing but say how horrible of a person Charlie Kirk was the other day. Did he attack you? By the way, I never said that, Sandra. Again, now you're manipulating. You're another one who manipulates my words to fit into your narrative to attack me. See how that works? It's just what I said. You take what you thought you heard or what you assumed I was saying and then use it to fit your narrative so you could attack me. Here's what I said about Charlie Kirk. I said I didn't necessarily like the guy, period. I thought he'd said and believed in horrible things. But you know what? Did I believe he should have been murdered? Abso-fucking-lutely not. So pay attention and open your ears. Again, somebody coming back to attack me with something they thought they heard. Again, don't manipulate my words to fit your narrative. Period. Don't manipulate my words to fit your narrative. And that's exactly what you did. That's what I do. That's what I do. Why would I watch Charlie Kirk when I didn't agree with him? No, I didn't watch him because I didn't agree with him. I'm not going to watch somebody that I don't agree with, period. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get upset. And I'm not going to get frustrated watching somebody say things that I don't agree with. Absolutely not. I don't condone murder, ever. Even if I don't agree with them, I don't condone murder. And I made that perfectly clear. Period. Do I believe in them making a martyr out of him? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Bye, Janet. And in Canada, I'm going to say, you are lucky you didn't know of him. And that's just my opinion, right? There's a lot of people who supported him, and a lot of people liked what he said. And there was too many things that I don't align with that hit a nerve and pissed me off, period. So, no, he's not. I'm going to show you. If I had my phone, I would show you. I saw a video of Adam Lambert today, and he's not bleach blonde anymore, so excuse me. And he was hot as fuck. I've always thought Adam Lambert is hot as fuck. Does anybody believe that Adam Lambert is hot as fuck? Because talk about pheromones. I could smell him and get off. I think he's hot. I'll send you the picture later. I just didn't have time. Yeah. Thank you, Deb. And TikTok God. Problem. Grandpa gave you a platform. He helped me, yes. And the rest I earned by myself, by the way. TikTok God. Grandpa opened the door for me, and everything else I have done on my own. And my political opinion, that wasn't a political opinion. That was just an opinion about an individual, period. Stop making it, again, something to your narrative to attack me. Once again, here we go with the mass population of angry people trying to prove themselves right over a person who's just talking to a question and responding to somebody. Adam Lambert, God! I think he's hot as fuck. Fiona says I'm lost. No, I'm here. I'm at home. I'm not anywhere I don't know where to be. I'm here. I'm home. I love this board because it's helped my bladder. Yeah, it's helped my bladder. I love Adam. I mean, anybody think he's so sexy. And I didn't really like the blonde hair, but I still I still thought he was I still think he's a sexy man. I'm just, you know, I'm not spiritually dead. Absolutely not. You might be, because you apparently are lost, because you're not in the right place, because you're here attacking me. And that's what's funny, is you guys want to make it about me. You're critiquing me and throwing out jabs. But if anybody, Fiona, with your comebacks, I would say you are lost and you should find yourself because you're confused. You like Lenny Kravitz? Lenny Kravitz is hot. He is hot too, but there's something about Adam Lambert. People, look him up. I loved him. I watched it. It was American Idol. I loved him on American Idol. And I don't even care if he likes guys. I would literally sniff his neck and just convulse and fall down on the floor. Bye, W2. How many miles? I did over 5 today because I took a day off and I feel really great and I got sleep. I found out he was a fuckboy. What does that mean? I love Adam Lambert. I mean, I don't know if I said that enough, but Adam Lambert is hot AF. I don't even care. I mean, did you see Adam Lambert? I mean, if I had my phone available, I'd pull up a picture of him so you could see how hot he is. I don't understand. I don't understand how people do. And I thought my gay would appreciate it. I thought he would appreciate the fact that I thought he was hot. But no, he just gave me shit for it. He said, "Are you kidding me? He loves Todd Chrisley." Oh, he cheated. That's what you mean by F-boy. Okay, I didn't know. I thought it meant he actually did boys. And I was just like, what? You just looked? No, you didn't look at the right picture. He is hot. I don't know why. But when he sings, you know, what's the first song? I got my boots on, got the right man of leather, and I'm doing me up with a black color liner, and I'm walking my if I had you, money, fame, and fortune never could compete, was one of his first songs, you know. His voice is beautiful. And Todd Chrisley, really? I mean, you know, when you have, yes, it's helped my bladder. Yes, and he sings his voice. Eyeliner on Adam, and I agree with you, Jamie. Not so much on Shady. I mean, I don't like men with eyeliner, but Adam Lambert, man, it's sexy AF. The painted nails, not into, only on Adam. Yeah, but Todd Chrisley, so when I fight with my gay about these things, I was like, I gotta tell him because I saw Adam Lambert. I didn't realize he wasn't, I thought he would be like, right on, Danielle, high five. We don't have the same taste in men. Todd Chrisley? Todd Chrisley? Todd Chrisley? I mean, what? I mean, I draw the line at Todd Chrisley. Like, what? So, obviously, we have different tastes in men. Yeah, eyeliner. I mean, the rockers can wear... I don't even like all rockers with eyeliners. Yeah, big no. A big no. I wouldn't even want to see Todd naked. I mean, here's the thing. You know, Todd Chrisley, he has that really weird, you know, chestal area that's like, you know, that... I just can't. Could you imagine him naked? Standing there? I mean, I'm sure Anthony does, but for the love of Pete, no thank you. Not Chrisley. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful man. Adam Lambert, not Todd. Adam Lambert is beautiful, and his voice, Queen, come on. People are like, oh, he sucks at Queen. What the fuck, and who the fuck are you not listening to? Adam Lambert was probably the best fill-in. Oh, God, hot as fuck. Adam, if you're watching me, I'm 51 and I find you to die for. Can you please sing me some songs? Yeah. What do you want from me? Oh, that song. Adam, I want all from you. Have you seen his pants? Is Todd a little young for me to be talking about? You mean Adam. Yes, Adam's young. But Todd is my age, so he's not that young. And I'm not talking about Todd. I'm not into Todd. My gay friend is into Todd, not me. I was trying to say he was, and Adam Lambert sings. Can Todd Chrisley sing? Can Todd Chrisley sing? I can't believe he's 43. Who's 43? Todd Chrisley? Todd Chrisley's 43? He didn't look 43 when he exited the jail, did he? So, it's funny because when you look at them when they came out of jail, that's like the first thing that, you notice is like how much money they put into their faces. I'm not into Johnny Depp. I'm not a Johnny Depp. I'm not a Johnny Depp. I don't know. Did you watch Share Cry? Do you watch the Chrisleys? Anybody? Because when they saw each other, she was a little, the body language was a little weird. Todd is 56. Okay. The body language, was it not weird? Was it not weird? Yeah, well, let me tell you, it was weird. So, he looked more like he was, Adam's 43? Adam's 43? I thought he was in his 30s. He's my age. So the person trying to ouch me for saying, isn't he a little young for you? Obviously not. Less than 10 years, baby. Let's go. She was not traumatized. She hugged her kids more and showed more affection towards her kids than she did her own husband. I wonder why. What was he doing? 43? He's practically my age. I could cougar with Adam. Shit. I didn't realize. See, he's not that. I thought he was in his 30s. Shit, I'm not that old. Adam, cheers. I'm only 51, baby. I'll even put my butt up for you. Just kidding. God. Hi, Kim. Was to die for when he was younger, but he became oddly shaped, and he became oddly shaped with just his face. 51 going on 43. I would give myself my own hall pass. If Adam Lambert, I don't even care. I don't even have to say, Dan, these are my people on my hall pass. I don't even give a shit. If any celebrity that we were crushing on did that, we should be able to drop our panties. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Adam could even not even just hug me, and I would just want to sniff his neck. I bet he smells so good. Apparently, I'm into pheromones. Apparently, I want to smell him after a concert on stage. I think maybe I'm changing in my turn on things. I don't need no cologne no more. My gay's telling me I'm gross. Why am I gross? That's not gross. Shit. Ooh, musky. Yeah, Anthony, you even said it yourself. You like musky men. Anthony likes hairy men. Hairy, husky men. We're going to call him husky. And you said a little bit of smell. You like smell. What the hell are you talking to me for? I'm gross. I don't think I could be your gay friend. Your gay friend. I don't think you could be my gay friend anymore. We're really unaligning on certain things. Most of the time, we're really spot on with each other. But Adam Lambert, Todd Chrisley, we are really fighting over. Yeah, I don't know. And does this help you? Your voice sounds a little raspy. Are you trying to jinx me? So Anthony's pissed because he got sick this weekend. And probably COVID's flopping around like fucking crack on, crack on, I don't know what I was going to go with that. Flies on shit. I mean, I could have. Am I coming out of the closet? No, I am not. I just would do things for Adam if, just kidding. I wouldn't do that. I'm not into that. I do have my boundaries. But he's petty. Did you hear that? He's trying to make me sick now and get his sickness. I probably got it from talking on the phone with you. Oh, wait, you didn't answer the phone. Oh, wait, you didn't answer the phone when I needed you. So I left a drunk message. I was funny because I called Anthony because I was pissed. I got in a fight with the guy. Not really like a fist fight, but the fucker was an asshole. And I called him an asshole. I have it on film. I was going to post it, but I didn't know if I was going to post it because people are going to have all sorts of opinions about it. He's a bear lover. And so I don't know, like, anyway, so I was pissed. So I wanted to I called him because I was like, I need to vent for a minute and stay on the phone with me just in case I run into the bear, right? So then the next day I did a member live on the way home yesterday. And I was like, Anthony, I forgot. And then I got pissed off because he didn't answer my phone call. It silenced it. And I think I went on and I was like, oh no, I think I remember going on. You know, when you're drunk, text, don't ever do that. Anyway, so, I mean, he could keep that and like, he could hate me one day, like everybody does eventually, I guess, and like use it against me. It was a complete drunk text. So I was like, how bad did I sound? Did I sound drunk or did I sound like pretty normal? And he was like, no, you sounded drunk. I was like, fuck. I figured that. I knew it because I called the guy an asshole. I never do that. But the guy attacked me, like, for jaywalking. Mind your own business. Like, who are you to attack me about my choice in life? I'm fucking 51 years old. What are you doing, you fucking creep? I was pissed. I chose to risk my life. That wasn't on you, you know? Why do you get to tell me something and confront me about it? Yeah. He's like, you want to die? Maybe. And so anyway, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm sitting waiting for a job. I said, it's fucking creepy that you're watching me walk across the street and you don't have to say anything about it. You could just shake your head and let me walk my merry way. I fucking survived. I survived. I said, you don't have to be such a fucking asshole. Everybody trying to ruin my buzz. You even said in the message, I'm hammered. I did because but did I sound bad? Like, how bad? Yeah, he caught COVID. So I wasn't going to say it until he said it. But he caught COVID. And he said it was my fault that he caught COVID. Am I tipsy now? No. But he caught COVID because he was going to decorate for the fall this weekend. And I gave him shit for it. I said, it's too early. Thanks, Karina. And so he got mad at me. And so then he got sick. He goes, fuck. The moment you realize you've had no taste or smell all day. And I was like, oh, fuck. He's like, I feel fine. I said, well, maybe that's the only symptom you'll have. Oh, it didn't. And then he blamed me because he couldn't decorate. And he said, you cursed me because I couldn't decorate. I said, what the fuck? How did I? So now he's trying to curse me. I have Ed. You shouldn't curse me with that shit. Because what are they going to do if I'm sick? I'll have to still be sick and mask up. Great. What a thing to do, Anthony. I'm fine. Yeah, no, he wasn't too bad. He actually, I would say this was mild. Based on what he told me. No taste of smell, kind of achy and tired yesterday. But you don't have any gunk or anything, right? So, like, it's weird. Like, it affects, and he had a little stomach issue. Little retching. But don't, he said, your mother won't even see you. Your brother won't even come out of his room. Shit. Very mild. Yeah, he actually lucked out on this one. So you're good for a while. Party it up, yo. I mean, just get out there and, live life now. You're like good for a while. You'll probably get through the winter months with nothing. I mean, people could anyway. So basically, he got mad at me because he couldn't decorate. So he was a little pissy. So COVID's out there again, people. This is the time. There's 3 times a year that it gets, it's always out there, but 3 times a year it gets more but now's the time. Down through winter months, so I know. My legs were breaking at night when I had COVID. Felt that like an SUV. When I had COVID too, I was my lower limbs. It was my lower limbs. It was from my waist down. Remember, I had like the sweatiest vagina. I don't know if any of you were with me during that time, but like for those of you who I know, knock on fucking wood. I had this sore throat, and I was exhausted. And I was like the first couple nights, I was so sweaty. But the first time I got that first COVID shot, I had the same symptoms. My lower extremities were achy and they were, and I just was sweating like profusely. Like my vagina was producing sweat like, a marathon runner after 26 miles. And I was really weak. Tasha, I was really weak. But overall it wasn't bad. But it was 3 days of just like I couldn't run or anything. Yeah, it's going around. A lot of people have it right now. Sweaty vagina. Yeah, my vagina, like, but I'm saying it even with the first COVID shot, my vagina was so ridiculous. I had to change, like, it was always just, I would get up and there would be a puddle right underneath me. I had a bad headache high up above my nose and dehydrated. Oh, God. Oh, Natalie, I have to wear hats. Not only do I have to protect my face now from all the years of abuse, but my scalp. I have such thin hair, you know? And so when I'm outside, I have to wear it because my scalp would, and then I would die of like skin cancer in my scalp and would never even know. So, oh, thanks, Dwayne. You too. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just life right now. It's back at it, full swing. So just know that it's there and take your precautions, you know. I got to book my flight for Nashville, speaking of COVID. We'll have a virus infected bear running around to spread a new virus. Well, and, you know, no, my hair has gotten so thin. The Paxlovid, a lot of people have had reactions. There's a couple of people that I've been in contact with have had reactions to the Paxlovid too. So I don't know, you know, I don't know if I'd want Paxlovid. I'd hope that it's like I'm young enough to be able to be strong enough to fight off the virus, but I don't know if I'd want it. You know, I have medication too that I'm on that I'm not going to stop. Sometimes the medication, you can't be on your medication with Paxlovid. Not going to work. So, I'm going to try to tough it out. But if I don't get sick, right, because I've been around, but I still took 1 week to get rid of COVID last year, yeah. I have a friend right now that is sick with it. It's been a week since she's been sick with it, and she didn't get the crud. It was weird, like hers, she was just really sick, you know, and then she got the crud, like, 3 days later. So she was not feeling well, achy, that stuff, and then the crud came on, like, 3 days later. And the cough, like now she's got that cough and that, you know, the COVID mucus is different, right? It's so thick and it's hard. It won't like you can't get it out. So that's what she's dealing with right now. It's not fun. COVID, no cold is fun, but COVID has just a different little twinge, you know? And that's the thing. COVID has a different just a little final like, fuck you, right? How bad was it, Benjamin? Everybody I've talked to has been horrible, right? At least 2 weeks. Feel congestion on the back, yeah. Hi, Lou. And it's horrible. How's Tennessee? How's my hometown? Oh, you too, Kim. Thank you. And each time was different, but the cough always lasts forever. Yeah. And, you know, my friend has that bad cough. But Nate, Anthony, I don't think, because you're pretty much day 3 now, right? And you haven't developed any new symptoms. So hopefully, I think he's the only one down for 3 days, still feeling it 10 days later. Yeah. How old are you? Do you mind me asking? Because I think the older you are, it just lingers on. It lingers on. And so, you know, I've been very fortunate because I've had, I don't even want to talk about 35 healthy male. Yeah. And that's weird for you to typically in the 30s, it doesn't linger. I've had it 3 times. Yeah. So I'm 59. So my eyes get sore with COVID. Yeah. I get I had the headache, you know, and I hope, Anthony, that all I have is what you have, because that seemed pretty easy enough. You had to poop it all out. Yeah, well, Anthony, I asked Anthony if he had diarrhea. He never answered me. It was just the vomiting. And nobody answers me. Like, did you poop? Like, were you shitting yourself? Like, what's going on with my razor dying? That was, oh yeah, I forgot that. You look like a baby. I would wear a mask out just in public just to hide your face. Anthony, you look like you're 12. His razor died halfway through his shave, and he always has like facial hair, and so his like razor died, and so, you know, he was sick, he wasn't going to go anywhere else, so he shaved off his face and he looks really different. The COVID diarrhea, and let me tell you, the COVID diarrhea, it's a different smell. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything's different with COVID. It's the additional fuck you, you know? It's different. Flu sucks too. It's basically the same in some things, but there's just added fucking fuck you COVID, you know? The COVID diarrhea was horrible. I won't vomit when sick. I poop like a lot. Aw, hi Carol. How are you? Yeah, it's just everything with COVID is a fuck you. It's like the flu sucks, and then COVID's like, yeah, here's the flu plus the fuck you. And everything's different. And everybody's symptoms Well, hopefully it didn't hit you in the head. Shit. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I should get another shot. Well, so they say my friend on Zoom said her doctor told her to wait till the end of the month because it gets more, it gets stronger. So, make your appointments. I know I'm going to, sorry, I'm probably going to get the COVID shot, for many different reasons, but I'm also going to travel in October. It was awful. Oh God, Eminem. And it's supposed to be really good protection. So, I'll get that probably in a couple weeks. I'll get my flu and then, well, you know, it was bad, Rita. So I will get it because that's me. I'm one of those people. And especially traveling, I'm going to do it. And for Ed, and especially for Ed, because, you know, we're going into a very, like, you know, very, I know, I already have it. I've already gotten enough shots from COVID. So my tail is hidden. And my third eye is covered up. So my third eye is covered up. But, I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around. Yeah, it just worries me because last time, you know, knowing that I'm traveling, I just I don't want to come home with anything, especially for Ed, because I do everything in here. And so when I had COVID, the first time, like literally I was upstairs and then I was, you know, I would come down with a mask on, clean, go lay down and fall asleep, and then I would come down again. And, you know, so I just have to be careful. My third eye and my tail is from the COVID vaccines. Yeah. Because, you know, people say you're microchipped and then you like, it's a joke. I'm just being sarcastic for the people who, the COVID needle doesn't stop you from getting it 100%. I know that. Just like the flu vaccine doesn't stop you from getting it. I'm not trying to stop me, but if I can have as much protection as possible, that's what I do. Thank you. Yeah. I know. I'm a science person, very science-based. I believe and I read, and I base my opinions based on what I read and what I hear from the scientists. You know, the scientists, not people on the internet, the scientists. So, you do you. I do me. I think science is real, Sophie. Y'all got to do what you feel like you need to do. End of story, right? And don't come at me for what I choose to do. The old science issue. Oh, I do think getting over my COVID also helped clear an old science issue. Who knows, Benjamin? I mean, here's the thing. We don't know what these viruses, all of them, end up doing to our bodies. I mean, people get really, science is changing, and so are our vaccines. Yeah, and so are our vaccines to follow suit with the changing climates and viruses and everything else. That's why do we still have the Centers for Disease Control? Do we still have the CDC? Do we still have scientists who feed the doctors informations and stuff? I'm just asking. I don't know. My wife works in healthcare. COVID is on the rise. Hospitals are getting more people into the ER. It was coming back during winter. Yeah, it's back now. It always starts in fall. You know, September, October, and then it dies off for a little bit, and then it gets full swing by the first of the year. We're booming. Everybody's sick. So really, just when you're sick, assume it's COVID if you don't test. Assume it's something that's contagious, and protect other people. End of story. Protect other people. Just stay home until you have no fever, and then be respectful of others. I mean, right? That's what we should do in society. That would be the right thing to do. I just believe in respecting. Like if I was sick, that's what I would do. I wouldn't go out if I was fever. And then once the fever is gone, I would still wear a mask just for a couple more days. If I'm sick at work, yeah, I would too. Just out of respect, 100%. I take zinc every day. I take vitamin C every day. It's all of my vitamins. And Debbie, my kids go to school, right? I mean, my kids, my friend was living off of NyQuil. My friends go to school. They work in an office, right? All my kids work. And they put, Guy Sparks up a combo about COVID saying, believe COVID is real because you can't see it. I would have walked away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm sick in general, I don't care with what I have. If I'm still like only a couple days out, I probably would like wait for 5 days, like 5 days, depending on if you don't have a fever, just like within a couple days, like, I would just be careful. And then depending on my symptoms, if I went out, you know, but I would try not to. I mean, I'm just that person anyway. Very thoughtful, especially with sickness. And I would say if I had it, I took what was required for jobs. My ex-husband would say I had it when I took a vax, but yeah, here's the thing about the vax and, how you believe. Everybody's entitled to their beliefs about COVID, I just don't want to get into the COVID shit because everything turns political and I just don't want to go there. I'm too exhausted for that. But again, it's your choice. You do you, right? I mean, I'm just saying I'm probably going to get it because I'm traveling. I'm traveling. You know what they're saying, Debbie, too? And this could be all fallacy. They're saying if you use nasal spray, too, a lot, it helps prevent, from it. Anyway. Yeah, we all have individual needs and pressures. And I've become paranoid because of my son. Or at the beginning, right? Because my son was being diagnosed with something and it was difficult because, at the first COVID everybody was dying and young kids were dying, right? Because they had great immune systems that overproduced and it was just killing them and attacking them. And, we all have that ability that we can get sick and we can die from any virus we contract, right? I mean, that's the thing. Hey, Mary, is that time already?
Yes.
Yes, and Emily, they say that helps. That helps prevent the viral load in the nose. So that's cool. It could help. I mean, let's see. Nothing is 100%. I don't even know what he's doing, Mary. So he might be at the table. I think it's move. Let him come in. Yeah. Just use your knees. Just knock them in the face. All right. Thanks. Move. Oh shit. I gotta get ready to go. Move your nose. You're pissing me off. Anyway, so there's some doctors on the TikTok. There's a couple doctors I follow, and they're saying they've noticed that the people who use nasal sprays and stuff like that helps a little bit. That hat is hideous on me. Thank you, 10. I wish I was your friend. He's good, Barb. That could help. That really can help. Anyway, okay. Yeah, Carla, I'm just extra paranoid. I try to prevent me from getting sick as much as possible because who really wants to be sick, We already test fate going out. I'm not wearing a mask anymore. I don't want to wear a mask. I just don't want to get back there, and I don't because it makes me more paranoid. Everybody's different, and I feel that like certain things just exacerbate my paranoia, and I don't want to be that way. Even talking about COVID is stressing me out because it's like, it's here, it's, makes me more paranoid. And I don't want to get back to that way of life because it wasn't fun. So I'm trying to, right, just stay healthy. I'm trying to be responsible. I'm trying to stay away from people as much as possible. But I'm not going to not, go places because COVID's there. It's always going to be there. We're always going to have this every year, just like the flu, and we're going to get it or we're not. And it's hard because I don't want it. I don't fucking want it. Is it going to stop me from going to the casino? No. I just try to sit away from people and not be too close to people, So I just try to be as virulent as I can with keeping my hands clean and keeping my distance. Yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm going to go because I forgot I have PT. So I have to run outside and do some things with the kids really quick. With the kids, my dogs. Did I ever had it? I've had COVID once, 3 years ago. Yeah, COVID once. My son has had it 3 times. Andrew, and he can't get a shot. Dan doesn't always get a shot. I'm more OCD and paranoid than they are. I'm using, they are my babies. I'm using a 45-pound plate to do that because that kind of helps my my hip a little bit. So I'm assuming we're doing a live today, as long as Dan is fine. How are his lungs after the time? I think his lungs were damaged from COVID. 100%. I think everything that he has when he's sick goes straight to his lungs. And he always bitches. And that's why I tell him, because now it's COVID time, right? And he went to Chico this weekend and he's living life, you know, like every 21-year-old does. And I'm thinking to myself, if this fucker gets sick, he's the biggest baby. He has IgA nephropathy, so he's got a kidney disease. So every time he gets sick, I'm gonna explain it like this. Every time he gets sick, he overproduces. We all have IgA in our throats. IgA are our soldiers. Yeah, they're our soldiers to protect us from viruses. So they stand up and ready to fight. Well, he overproduces it, which makes his kidneys harder to filter out. So, you know, any virus he gets is very stressful because it could send him in an episode, which means he has to go back on prednisone and he has to do all the shit and hope that his body gets back to normal. So whenever he gets something, Dan and I are just completely upset. Andrew has IgA, yeah. He got it from COVID. Or I should say, COVID woke it up. COVID woke it up. Now, typically strep throat wakes it up, but it never woke it up when he had strep throat. So his COVID woke it up. And now every time he gets it, you know, anytime he gets any illness, it overproduces. And then he starts having, you know, kidney issues. He could. And every time he has a kidney issue, an episode, it damages his kidneys every time, right? So we have to keep a close eye on him. Every time he's sick, most of the time, not every time he's sick, he starts bleeding blood, right? As part of the process. He will always have blood in his urine. Can't see it. But when he's sick, you can see it. And you just hope that the good thing is if he doesn't have an episode, right, his body heals. There's still a little bit of trauma that happens, but not as much as if he goes in an episode. So the first time he got sick with it, he had an episode and it took him over a year to get better. His kidney function. He was fine, you know, but his kidney function. So he's had COVID 3 times. His body has, you know, shown signs of stress. And then the idea is right after he gets better, that his body gets back to normal, and it does. We've been lucky. So, but we still have to watch it. So the COVID thing stresses me out every time because of him. So I get extra obsessed with it, I guess you could say. I get extra obsessed with it because I worry for him, even though he's not protecting himself, even more so. So COVID just makes me, it's PTSD, right? It's a trigger for me. So, because at the time COVID was prevalent, my son was sick and we didn't know what the fuck he had. We didn't know if he had cancer. We didn't know if he had kidney failure. We didn't know what was going on. And IgA was the best solution out of the others, right? So he said, the doctor was like, you hope at this point it's IgA. And thank God it was. And IgA is 50-50. There's no clear path with the IgA. It just does its thing. And you either have a 1 or 2 episodes and you live a healthy life, or you constantly have episodes and you go on dialysis and wait for a kidney transplant. So it's crazy. So we don't know. So because of all that happened at that time, COVID gives me anxiety. Because it triggered my son's IgA. And it could kill him. We could put him in renal failure. I mean, and it could, anytime, any virus can. So every time COVID gets around, I start having to talk myself off a ledge. Like, I'd rather not hear about it, but I can't help it because I know people are getting sick with it. And it makes me neurotic. It really does. And it only makes me neurotic because nobody else is neurotic about it, but it makes me. So anyway, I gotta go. All right. I love you guys. Have a good day. And we should see you tonight. As always, if we are not on by 6 p.m. PST, most likely we aren't coming on. Okay? So I love you. Remember, you are important. You are worthy, and you matter. Don't forget that. I love you. See you later.